I'm not convinced that the president has done what was required of him. I think that's a bit. Yeah, I will not go further than a bit because I know he has a comeback. He's a very wise man in whatever he's doing, and I'm very convinced that whatever his people that have been up to, yeah, you cannot be having a super CS in the Uhuru government, then we don't have a super CS now. They'll come out. They'll bear us force. Now, come to think of it, I've heard several ladies and gentlemen in the space conundrum about proceedings. Proceed past whatever the president has said. There's no conundrum. There's only one direction. And the direction has a hashtag. And the hashtag is Ruto must go. So I don't need anybody convince me anyhow or a conundrum about the sacking of the entire cabinet. Yeah? We need the president to step aside, which is one of our own liking, because everybody feels in danger when he is in power. How can you be in power? Then you empower somebody else so that he can take blame for whatever actions that happen.
Finish, Chrome, finish.
I'm finishing this. You cannot
because now you're telling us about what the president does, or are you advising him, or who are you telling?
No, I'm asking myself loud. I'm asking myself out loud. I cannot appoint you to be having powers. Then
no, we don't want to hear those stories. These are stories, Meisha.
Oh,
these are stories of complaints. What the president does or he doesn't do. These are stories, Meisha. We are way beyond that.
This direction. Okay, I'll be going this direction. My direction is, since whatever has happened, I will not go back to that. I will be going forward. Yeah, there is no need for any other agenda other than the stand that was. That if anything that comes to conundrum has to come back to the basics. The basics were three. Someone has to go, someone has to take accountability, and someone has to take the agenda forward. The agenda forward is agenda in. Responsibilities are being taken by the person we are putting there. So, that being said, I will rest. I will rest lightly, knowing that there is some slight slithering of whatever there is some slithering. There is no direction. Only slithering. Some people are slithering on that. Yeah.
Thank you, my man. Thank you, Chrome. You got me at the end again. Well, that's the leading part there. It's funny. All right, Anthony and Rich, do you guys have anything you want to say before I close this shit up?
These will be my closing remarks. Today was a beautiful conversation, but I'll say this. We need leaders because when we started saying one party is bad, we realized, all those people of that time realized, that for us to be the change, to see the kind of change we want, we needed to have a leader to represent us. We came and said Moi must go. Now we are saying Ruto must go. For Moi to go, people formed a structure with a leader, and that leader faced Moi. Ruto formed his own party to become president. if we say Ruto must go, Ruto will not go because we said it. Ruto will go because we fronted someone or a group of people to face it off with his group of people. Okay? The reason young MPs cannot be your voice is because they are inside his party. So they are part of his voice. So if we want Ruto to go, we must talk to Ruto in the language he best understands. And that language is called a political formation with a leader. Whether you call it political formation or whichever formation, or the Gen Z formation, whichever formation you come up with, you will need a group of people selected by us to face it off with the group of people he has selected for, or he already has. That's my parting shot, Kibe.
Nice. Mine, 2 points. Looking at the whole spectrum of things, we have two factions. One that says we don't want leaders, and the other one that's saying we need a leader. The one that says we don't want leaders, it has its own leaders that are saying that. And the one that's saying we want leaders, it has its own leaders that is saying that. So, that is the situation that we are finding ourselves in. So number two, the second point is, in this whole stuff that we are fighting for, it is political. That's number one. Because on one side, the people are saying we want good governance and accountability. Others are also saying they want Ruto to go. On the other side, they have a list of things that they have already been given to bring to the people and to make people like rally behind it, and we see who already is benefiting from that, which is the president. So we wouldn't be so wrong if I said it is a political move by the president to create his own revolution. So on this other side, if we are saying we want good governance and accountability, we must make our own voice heard. And the only way to make our voice heard is to bring out our pointers, and then number two, make a good, well-formed group, push the agenda forward until the presidency hears it. And because politics is a game of it's a game of taking responsibility also, we need to have people in the forefront, or the ground soldiers, as we said, that can hold that ground that we've taken. That is my parting shot, and see you next time.
Thank you, Rich. Jay Watu, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here, Kibe. On my final submission, I wanted to say that the main downside of everybody who is saying there should be no leader, or who was saying is that the government will not have a point of attack, like someone to pay off. But what we forget is that the person who will be chosen as a leader does not have to stay there even past 1 year. If the person misbehaves, they can always be removed. We can even go through 100 leaders until we find one which is suitable for us. But at least as we are finding, we'll have a direction and we'll have somewhere. Last time we were in this space and we talked and we said, I said that now that there is no leader for the Gen Z, do you know the people who continue to not want the leader to be there are the main opposition people, the loud people, Kina Kalonzo, the Railas, Miguna, Tony Gashoka, and they are the people who this week, since there are still no leaders, have come out, everybody has started issuing statements. Everybody is now a freedom fighter because they have taken it. Now this week, Ruto fired the cabinet. I'm sure next week he will throw a bone or two by hiring young people. Those are they will be meant to represent the Gen Z. If that will quiet the movement, I don't know, but maybe that is the intentions. Now the intentions from now are to quiet the movement. And the longer it remains without a leader, the difficult it will be, because everybody now will be compromised. As we are sitting here in this space, we are discussing. Who knows, maybe there are some guys who are sitting in a boardroom, they are being paid, they are being told what to say next week, they are being told to maybe support the leaders who will be chosen in the next cabinet by the president. I don't know. So my last quote is by a guy called I think Eric Hartman. He said, what happens when young people kill each other on behalf of old people who know each other, young people who don't know each other? I just hope as a country and as a people we are not headed there, where the young people will be used by the old people to finish each other. Success everybody, and thank you.
All right. Thank you everybody for coming through today. Today was Open Mic Fridays, and the whole conversation was, did Gen Z gift Ruto? Did Gen Z give a gift to Ruto by telling him to dissolve his cabinet? We've had many conversations, many different opinions. It was my pleasure to listen to all of them. I will see you when I see you. Let's see if anything happens tomorrow. I'll open up space. Unajua hii space zetu hazitaki ati mbwe. We just start. It's no big deal. All right, thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.
This is the morning show with Andrew Kibe. Every Monday to Friday, only on AndrewKibeRadio.live. Your punk ass up.
They are very, very, very important for the future of our country. I don't know that I would have 2 minutes to read a poem which I wrote for young people. If there is, yes. If not, another time.
Do you have the 2 minutes, Director?
Can I do?
Professor?
I can do so. I can read it.
If you can.
Okay. Then. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Let me read it. Yeah, I can hear you. What? Yes. Hello.
Please repeat, Prof. I couldn't hear you.
I was asking if I have 2 minutes to read a poem which I wrote in 2021 for the youth of Africa, Youth Seed. Can I do so? Maybe somebody else. Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
So please, kindly.
Okay. Youth Seed for the youth of Africa. If Africa is eclipsed by a dark continent, the sun to beam humankind's oasis of civilization is a swarming rays of youth. Some say Africa's youth is unschooled, restless, boisterous, uncouth high voltage. However, young people are the eternal reservoir